Our Segways have Segways.
They do, and then we don't know how we got to where we were.
Hey, look at that Segway. It's riding another Segway.
Hey, unicorns! We can just go up and eat it. So, welcome to the Northern Knits Podcast. We're two friends in fibre who knit, craft, crochet, and talk everything in between. My name is Jocelyn, and my co-host is
Diana.
And I'm feeling the radio life today, guys.
Yeah, with the headphones and the mic in frame, like you're full podcaster today.
I am full on radio host today. For everybody who's listening and not watching, my microphone is in frame today because for everybody who's watching, they can see my background is kind of naked. Oopsies. I move on Wednesday. I had to pack the background.
Yeah. That's fine.
It had to go. I'm still not done. There's still stuff in here to pack. So the microphone is very, very close to my mouth so that I'm as little echoey as possible because obviously naked rooms sound bounces. That's how it works.
Yep.
So I'm going to rock what should have been my life career choice, which is I have the face for radio. That's where I should be. I have the voice for radio. I have like a very presenter voice. So
you do, and you have this like gift for filling dead air that I do not have.
It's been something because I can apply for and I do qualify for funding for re-education for a different job, like parameters. And I'm also Métis, and I have never gone to the Federation for any funding for anything. So like I did my university degree entirely on my own. And the Métis Federation will also help students go through school. So like I could go to school for radio broadcasting. I simply haven't looked into it far enough to know whether or not it'd be something that I would enjoy doing.
Could be fun though.
Could be fun. So I don't know. I'm at the I don't know what I want to do. I know what I love to do because they make you do those little personality tests. So I know I'd have a fight on my hands to get funding because they would want to send me for my master's and my PhD in history. In a shocking turn of events, this A-type personality who's obsessed with organization and loves history would make a great museum curator. Go figure.
Wow, wild insights.
And right up there, librarian. No.
Oh,
you don't say.
So, related to librarians, I saw this epic thing on TikTok the other day, and just TikTok aside, it's this like she's a library assistant in some kind of big archival university library. And the thing I learned was that way back in the archives, they have like a warehouse that they put things in this giant robot that like they put things in this bin in this robot, and it just like goes up and puts it on this like 3rd story shelf way up there. So it's like this warehouse 13 book warehouse staffed by robots. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I've never wanted a job so bad.
I seriously thought about it when I went to university because to do some university level librarian work, you have to be university educated. And I love history. I love history enough that I thought that would be great, but my vision did not hold out, so it's not an option. Background noise brought to you by Mom. Mom's helping me pack stuff. I don't know how much the microphone will pick up, so I'm not sure. We can do a cut, Mom, if you need to ask a question. She's doing stuff. I don't know what she's doing.
Ooh.
Oh, sweeping. I hear a broom. I see a broom. I see a mom using the broom. The floors desperately need to be swept. We were trying to put it off till move day because we didn't want to do it, then have to do it again. It's got to be done. It's got to happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to make it.
I had to do that today too.
Sad panda. All right. Diana's going to let everybody know what we're going to cover for this week. In theory, I'm obsessed with staring at myself in the mirror because I like this whole picture of me and a microphone. I'm feeling the radio life today. If you let everybody know what we're going to cover this week, I'm going to drink more of my coffee.
We've got, as I lean awkwardly around my microphone so that I can actually see my show notes, what's in our cup, cool threads, woolly workings, wool gathering, and kniterature.
Excellent. Hey, listen, I tweeted at Stephen Scott at Double Tech Canada just the Blind Guys Talk Tech Honest
Uh-huh.
program. I've made you listen to it a couple of times. They're
Yeah.
two blind guys and a visually impaired gentleman. Mark, who's actually in Canada. It's a Canadian program and it's a Scottish hosts. It's fine. It's totally Canadian. It's just this is how our life works. It's how a country works. They were talking about, in a shocking turn of events, tech. They were talking about the Euro road game, like big truck Euro. You get to like
Oh
drive
yeah,
the big
yeah.
car. Yeah. Well, Mr. Scott does that. He's blind. He's not the visually impaired one. He's one of the blind gentlemen. So he's got the whole setup. He's got the wheel. He plays the game. He really can't see what he's doing. Really can't see what he's doing. And he's like, we should start a convoy. So I, of course, tweeted, was like, yeah, I'm in. I'll join that convoy. I would get that game. I would get the wheel, and I would totally let Steven Scott be the first big truck on the convoy, and I would just happily follow him. It'd be fine. It's an electronic game. We won't actually kill anybody. But
That
I don't
sounds
think
amazing.
I don't think our cargo will make it on time.
Don't think your cargo is gonna make it. Never mind on time.
I see.
Unless you've got a really generous physics simulator in there, I don't think anything's making it anywhere on time or at all.
But you can see how my wish list has now included that game and the steering wheel, so I can pretend I'm a big rig truck driver in Europe.
Okay, it does sound kind of fun. I would be very interested in watching a live stream of that, is what I would like.
I would totally watch. I would totally join. That is the thing that I would do. And I'd have a great deal of fun doing it too. Well, you see me. We've played Borderlands 2 together and we played Divinity Original Sin together. I can't hit the broadside of a barn. We're lucky if I'm not hitting my own party members.
Always remember to turn off a friendly fire.
Yes, when I'm playing, this is very important. But I'm happy in my corner doing my thing and getting lost. Guys, Diana has to come rescue me. She has to do all the thieving. She's going to do all the killing. We're lucky if I can hit the bad guys, okay? And they are highlighted in Divinity, so like I can find them.
It is a time.
It is a time.
Maybe we should stream that next time. I don't know. It might be fun.
I think, yeah, let's do that on your stream. I think that'll be quite amusing because a lot of my conversations, I don't know where you've gone. And you're like, I'm over here. I'm like, that's not helpful.
Yeah, I started saying over here and I'm like, wait, okay, well, I'm here by the braid thing. I'm the thing that's jumping up and down.
We're in a dark dungeon. I went and stood by a light. Cool. I'll just go run to the lights till I find the light you're at.
It's like, I've put a light on me. I don't know how, but I seem to have a light now. I don't know.
That works. That helps.
Do what you gotta do.
Absolutely. But sorry, I had to mention that because I thought you'd get a big kick out of that thought.
Yes.
Yep. Yes. It'd be so much fun. It'd be so much
virtual
fun.
convoy of blind truck drivers.
I feel like that could be a thing.
That could be so entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just imagine one of us, that's the other one. I'm not sure what I ran over, but if you see it on the way by, can you let me know? I think it was a vehicle. I'm not positive.
It would be such a mess.
The best kind.
Just a dumpster fire. It'd be so good.
It was so good. Guys, I'm drinking coffee tea today. It is it's causes confusion. It is decaf ground McDonald's coffee, and I only own a French press. So that I don't have to drink grounds with my coffee, because a French press is not designed for coffee machine grounds. I actually stick the grounds into one of those, hey, make yourself a tea bags for a loose leaf tea. And then I stick that in my coffee cup and pour hot water in. Works great. Works great, but it's technically coffee tea.
It's coffee in the style of tea.
Mm-hmm. It's quite mellow. It's really good.
It's basically the same as using a French press.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just using the format that's best for the style of grounds I have, because I mean I have a grinder, and when I can get the beans, I prefer the beans because I can then make the beans the right sort of distributed crushedness for the French press, which is a rough grind.
Oh, the upgrade from
Monster.
pre-ground to fresh ground beans is just, it's night and
Oh,
day.
world of difference. I bought a fancy bag of decaf coffee beans for the new apartment. That'll be my treat for
Nice.
myself Thursday morning in my first place is fancy coffee beans. I'm not sure what the monster's doing. She's a little stressed. Stuff's moving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And she gets to hang out here all day Wednesday with mommy, with her my mom, her grandma, because she's gonna be here, and then she'll come find me at the apartment later in the day. I don't think people want to hear purring at the microphone.
Oh no, we definitely do. We absolutely do.
Your Auntie Diana has to send you that giant mouse thing. You need
Oh
one.
yes.
You need one. You
It
tell
has
her, I'm
been
moving. I'm stressed. I need new toys.
okay.
This is a two-armed cat.
I will make some toys for your stressed out princess kitty.
Oh, yeah. Life rough for kitten. Life rough for kitten. What are you drinking, Diana?
I have made myself some fancy coffee. No, it's tea. We're talking about coffee. I got coffee on the brain now. No, I made myself some creme caramel oolong from All Things Tea in Kitchener.
Kitten
Punch
punch.
punch.
Punch, punch. Kitten punch.
She's so unconcerned. I love it.
I can't dress her, but if I'm sitting somewhere and I pick her up, I can make her dance. I get the unamused cat face.
Very patient. She's
Yes,
just
she is.
sulking behind the corner of the door. I love it.
Yeah, she does that. Sorry. I had to kitten punch the microphone.
Yeah.
I
So it's
interrupted fancy tea.
I have caramelly tea, and I put a little bit of milk and sugar in it, and it's just this is a cup of dessert right here. So good. It does not need
Sounds
milk and
good.
sugar. It doesn't need milk and sugar, but I put some in anyway because I was feeling excessive.
It sounds tasty.
So good. And it's in the Northern Knits. God. This is clearly a right-handed mug. And I am left-handed. Okay, I designed this thing. Why did I even do with that? Anyway, yeah, our fun mug that yeah. Store news coming later. When it's born right-handed, only the gifted overcome it. Exactly.
This poor coaster has been broken. Daddy glued it back together for me. Otherwise, the words would not line up as well as they do. I've been allowed to do that on my own. I have some left-handed stuff. I need to get new left-handed sewing shears at some point.
I just learned to be largely ambidextrous. It's fine.
I'm better using shears with my left hand than I am with my right hand. I can with my right hand, but I'm more precise with my left. They're on the laundry wish list of items.
She's just in and out and in and
I don't know
out.
what she's doing. I don't know what she's doing. We've been stressing her out and doing stuff, and there's boxes and packing stuff on her bed. It's just, yeah, it's going to be a hot, hard mess for her this week. It's
So
okay.
stressful.
We got her treats. She'll be fine.
Yep.
She'll be fine. She's got the greenies, catnip flavored dental treats.
Catnip dental treats.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
She also likes the salmon flavored ones, but we got her catnip for something different.
That's going to be quite something.
Hey, she's 4 and I don't have to brush her teeth yet, so the dental treats are helping.
Good. Brushing a cat's teeth does not sound like fun.
It's not. It is in fact not an enjoyable part of cat ownership. Your other option is their teeth fall out and then they have to gum their food. And that's not a good option. So when it's time, she will have her teeth brushed.
I'm sure she will love that.
Oh, yeah, I suspect that'll go over great. I won't be bit at all.
Nah.
Not this human. who absolutely booked her Uncle Chris to move her on Wednesday so that Mom didn't have to, because this human is not her favorite. This human just feeds her. Uncle Chris is our favorite human.
Oh, I see.
And Uncle Chris works till 5, so he can absolutely drive her over after supper.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I move in the morning, and in the afternoon next week, I'm at the St. Norbert's Wednesdays farmer market with Aaron at Fireweed Fiber Co. It's a long day.
It's going to be a heck of a day.
To be fair, I'm not physically moving my stuff from this location to the next location. I am paying big burly men to come in a truck.
That is the way to do it.
I'm moving my food from this location to the next location.
That works.
But big burly men are moving the rest of me, the rest of my stuff. So I don't have to.
Haha.
That's good. All right. I have no cool threads. I know you have the shawl. You were extra bougie and wore a shawl to your farmer's market on Saturday.
I did. I was too lazy to put on sunscreen, so I grabbed the Endless Summer Adventures because it's light and lacy and made of cotton. So I just threw that on over my otherwise very lazy outfit, and yeah, I was just like, it was a look. I don't know if I looked put together or thrown together, but you know what? I did not care. I went to the farmer's market. I got my peaches. I got my nectarines. I got too many cucumbers. I'm happy.
Sid, were you visualizing your inner Walmart shopper?
Well, I think I was a bit better than that.
There's some spectacular hot messes for Walmart shoppers.
Yeah, I don't think I own appropriate things to look like a Walmart shopper. I have been attempting to curate my wardrobe such that even when I throw things on with little thought, it still looks like there's some thought. Because I know that some days I don't want to put any thought into it and I will just pick whatever's on top. And I just wanted to make sure that it still looked like some level of effort had been put in as somewhere along the line.
That's fair. I think that's fair. As far as things go, it's too warm and I'm not wearing cool threads right now.
Fair.
Also, they're packed.
Also fair.
Also fair. Shall we talk about things we've been working on?
Yes, you have many more things, so you can start, and then I will have more progress on the one of my few things.
I seem to remember somebody moving to Ontario and needing me to help cover by creating content. I don't suppose that favor would work the other way, would it?
I can try.
Didn't think so. That's okay. It's okay.
I can try.
I understand. I can scrounge things. The first thing I'm going to talk about is a completed FO that I completely forgot I needed to talk about on the podcast this week because I've already talked about it on Thursday with Louise, so it's already in a box. Guys, I'm going to show you a photo of my completed winter patchwork cardigan, which both me and Diana are making, or were making, because I'm done now. I even had to make extra squares to make it long enough.
For anyone keeping count at home, mine is not done yet. I stalled out at having finished all the squares inside of like 2 or 3 weeks, and then I didn't have enough yarn to do all my cuffs. And even though I have now purchased yarn to finish all of my cuffs and edgings, I still have not picked it up again.
In a red from Impeccable Loops and Threads from the Michael line, I made a metric ton of 5-inch by 5-inch granny squares in texture patterns, and then I sewed them all together into sleeves and our fronts and backs, and then I made hems, and then I made a cuff, and then I made a neckband, and then I made a button band. There was a lot. There's a lot, but there's a picture of it.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. So it doesn't have buttons. The ends are not all entirely woven in, but you know what? All 2,137.5 yards went towards Dash Dash.
Oof. That's so many.
So many. It between it and the Endless Islets cardigan bumped me out to 11, just over almost 11 and a half kilometers. And my goal is 15 kilometers. So I am closing in and I might do my 15-kilometer goal.
Nice.
I know.
That's amazing.
I wish I could recount the blanket I mended for Mom, which is another project I'm going to talk about, but I didn't actually crochet it. I just sewed it back up. So no actual crocheting happened. Otherwise, I could count the whole blanket too.
But hey, it's still podcast content.
Still podcast content. And I get to count the baby cardigan and the hats. So I'm nickel and diming it over the line, guys. All right. I suppose I have to keep going because you only have two things, hey?
Indeed.
Cool. In which case we'll just talk about the blanket. Chilling off screen is a blanket I made for my mom a while ago. It's just a granny square blanket. You guys might remember it, might not. It's okay if you don't. It's just a granny square blanket. And there was a big old hole. I made the hole go away.
Good.
I'm gonna try to find where the hole was. Cat.
Ooh. You caught your microphone there.
I totally did. It's because the cat grabbed the blanket and started to run away with it.
It's my blanket now.
It's hard to find a hole if you've repaired it good. Does that make sense? Was that English?
Yes. I don't know if it was entirely grammatically correct, but sure, close enough. We know what you mean. There was a hole. Now there is not a hole. And
there we go. Because the hole was at the start.
Okay.
So it was just the start had come undone. So I re-picked up all of the stitches for it and cinched it up real good and sewed it up. There's actually an Instagram photo of Phaedra watching me sew the blanket up.
Yes, I saw that. It was very cute. She was being a very good helper.
She was. So this is what I was working on. It sits on the back of my mom's recliner so she can stay warm and keep her back warm. I'll have to refold that up and put that back in her bag for her. But that was like, I'm like, uh-oh. Stuff to talk about. I fixed a thing. Let's talk about that.
It counts. Yay, content.
It counts.
All right, I'll make more content this week. I will touch some things and so they will count.
Help me out.
I'll do one row on this and one row on that and maybe think a little bit harder about sewing something and we'll be good.
Sometimes you guys. All right. I'm down to two things, so you are up.
I am up. Okay. In the realm of not exciting things that should be going faster than they are and yet somehow are not. Whoa, let's not get the needles stuck and throw the yarn bowl across the room. How about we don't do that? That would not be a good thing to do. That would make me very sad. What is this yarn?
Ma'am, the internet is on that cord. Don't play with it. I understand it's coming out of the floor. Leave it alone.
So if we suddenly get disconnected, it's because cat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's my not interesting thing. I did, I don't know, another inch maybe on the sock. I don't even know. We're slowly getting closer to the heel. It's just slow. I don't pick it up very much. I'm trying really hard to get this knit along done that we extended, so I haven't really been working on the sock very much. I'm trying to be monogamous so that I can actually get some real progress on stuff, okay? I'm trying.
She failed to jump in the box. She was stuck half in the box, half out of the box. And she's fat, so there was some... Bug, would you like the box? Hang on. Mom's gonna fix that for.
Oh my gosh. Just like it got stuck half just over the edge, just like
half in the box, half out of the box.
That is such a fail. I love it.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at my cat.
Oh, that deserves laughing at. That's
fix the problem. She's able to get in the box now. Oh Lord.
Good grief. Your cat
all I
is
saw
the
was...
least graceful creature.
You should have seen her chasing a fly in the window this morning.
Oh my god.
We have both paws on the window. Like I really gotta Windex that window now because it's just paw prints everywhere.
Oh,
oh, oh, buddy. Just I don't know what to do with you, man. Okay, I'm sorry.
oh, that's beautiful. I love the mental imagery of just
Two fat cat legs sticking out the end of a box because she couldn't jump into it.
oh,
Oh.
poor kitty.
Oh, I turned the box on the side so she can walk in and out now. What are you doing, monster? I give up.
I see her blanket moving in the corner. What is she doing?
The blanket's on the box. She's
Oh,
moving
I
the
see.
box.
I see. I see.
More background noise brought to you by Cat Brain. There's no cure. Oh, heavens. Okay. That's great.
Endless source of amusement, that creature.
Oh, yes. Which is good because she's also an endless source of aggravation some days.
Well, at least she's cute.
Oh, she'd have to be. Or I wouldn't keep her. That's for dang sure. All right, we're back to me. I too am also working on a sock. It's also a basic vanilla sock, but I am happy to report I'm past the heel now.
Hey, you've got more progress on your sock than I do.
I actually put the heel on, you guys.
Hey, it
I
looks like a
know.
real sock.
It looks like a sock. I got a toe, I got a foot, I got a heel. Now I'm just making my way up the leg now. So these are full-sized socks for me for the wintertime, which means there's a lot of leg to go because I have about 10 inches of foot, and I usually do about 9 inches of leg, 9 to 10 inches of leg. So a lot to go still. But I am at the point where I have it all clipped up. For anybody who's wondering or hasn't seen it before, I use a very large clover stitch marker and I actually clip the toe up above the heel so that the actual amount of sock hanging down isn't that far. Otherwise, knitting on a sock at a lady size 10 or when you need 9 inches or more a foot, the sock's in my lap. So clipping it up just keeps the sock out of my lap, which makes it for me just more enjoyable to work on. So that is what I do.
Makes a lot of sense.
So this will be my roundy project till move day. Because it's a thing.
Yep. You're going to have a nice new pair of socks for your new apartment.
Yes. Well, I have a couple sample things I got to finish too. So, but that'll happen tonight so that it's done and prepped and ready for Wednesday. Things are happening. I do, however, get to pass the buck back to you.
All right. I've conveniently just finished a row.
Woohoo!
So we have this knit along that's running. That was supposed to be over at the end of August. No. It was supposed to be over at the end of July. We extended it because neither of us are finished, and we didn't both want to fail our own knit along.
Nope.
So I'm trying really hard to finish my Mohairino medley. I wrote out a whole schedule of how many sections I have to knit each week in order to finish. I'm already behind because, you know, that's how we roll.
You're not wrong. You are actually terribly accurate. That is how we roll. This is how things happen for us.
I gotta be able to see here. Here we go. You know, I just can't see and talk in the microphone at the same time. It's now large enough that I can't see what I'm doing. So there's progress. Hey, progress. Hey.
You've made a lot of progress.
Yeah, I had planned on having a whole 3 additional sections. Not like one section. That's effectively.
Keep working.
Yeah, we'll get there. Anyway, I'm having fun with this section. It's got these giant yarn overs, which are a triple yarn over, and then you resolve it with knit 1 purl 1s in the next row. And then you do a few rows of garter stitch, and you do these just eyelet lace like the previous section.
Mhm.
And then it's just a whole lot of garter stitch. And so I'm enjoying this section because it's garter stitch. Yay, mindless knitting. Hooray.
There's a joy when you get to garter stitch sections when you're doing shawls. It's just relaxing.
So
Again,
eh.
the internet is what's coming out of the floor. Nothing else. I
So this is
promise
the
you.
so this is the Mohairino medley by Stephen West out of a kit that I got in Amsterdam when I was there. The current colors that I'm using, because the rest of them are over there behind me and I just don't want to go get them. So my current colors are Metal Dust, which is this silver, gray, and copper medley, and then the mohair, which I believe is Coral Reef, Great Barrier Reef, something like that. Anyway, if I keep making little grabbing swizzly motions with my fingers, it's because it's hot and humid and the mohair is sticking to my fingers, and it's, you know, it's a lovely experience.
Not the words I would use for mohair, but sure.
Well, you know, if you say it with enough conviction, maybe it becomes true.
I'm not a mohair fan.
Me neither. But it's really fun. So I'm not a fan of working with it. I am enjoying this finished section. It's really fun to pet. Okay. So finished product, nice. Process, not so nice.
Not so nice. Yeah, that happens sometimes.
It's everywhere and I'm eating it. I'm breathing it in. It's difficult. It just is being difficult.
Okay, we're going to put a cut in because I need to figure out what it is that she's playing with down there before she actually disconnects the internet from my.
Okay.
We'll be back, guys. What the heck?
Now back to your regular scheduled program.
Bloody cat. On the bright side, it's my turn again.
It is.
And things are being done. So I had leftover yarn from that really super cute baby crochet I did for Erin as a sample crochet last week.
Mm-hmm.
Was it last week I showed it?
Yes, I think so.
I think so. So I was like, how far can I get the rest of the leftover DK yarn to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've almost got a full adult beanie finished.
Nice.
So I am super duper definitely out of the contrast color. Like, I have not even enough left to sew something with.
Oh,
we're done.
That's very out.
Very done. But I still have several grams worth of the dark solid color, which I believe is jade or black emerald.
I cannot help you.
This might be black emerald, and the color one, the contrast or the variegated one might be jade. I don't quite remember, but this is Fireweed Fiber Co's DK base. This is another sample crochet I'm doing for her, so I have enough to do because the pattern is 2 more rows in the contrast or in the solid color, and then the brim. So like it's an almost on adult sized crochet beanie. So she'll have a couple of options of showing people what crochet looks like for her booth. So
nice.
I am very excited. And I did the smart thing. I left the main color connected. So I'm just pulling up because there's only ever one stripe of the contrast color. And then obviously all the contrast color on the top of the head.
Nice. Very smart. I love when you can do that.
Yes, that helps a lot. So I in theory have that finished too. Well, I have to have it finished by Wednesday, but I'm hoping to get it done tonight so that it's done and off my plate. And I don't have to worry about it. Less worry, the better. I like to think the less worry, the better.
Oh, definitely. Always.
Okay, good. I'm not alone on this one.
I mean, I'm agreeing with you, but then I will also put things off. So
I do too. Did I work on my Starflake this week? Nope, I packed it.
So that knit along that we extended?
Don't even, yeah,
I know.
I know.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Whee!
You beat me with the patchwork cardigan and you started like 3 weeks later than I did. So
I did, and I'm making socks for the sock along steadily because this is going to be my first completed pair.
Yep. I'm just behind. It's fine. I'm not good at making podcast content.
You're excellent at making podcast content.
You're funny.
You just happen to do it under duress and with high stress levels.
Fair.
It happens. I'm not worried about it. But that's it.
That all
I'm
we're
out
working
of
on?
things.
We're done. Oh, we are out of
That's it.
things.
We're done. We're out of things.
I guess it's time for wool gathering.
It is time for wool gathering.
Which means it's time for the weekly unscripted Patreon ad.
Yes, it is.
If you would like to financially support these shenanigans, you can do so at Northern Knits Podcast. Nope. You can do so at patreon.com/Northern Knits Podcast. I mean, if you go to northernknitspodcast.com, it's in the footer of every show of the show notes every week, or it's in the doobly-doo behind below. God, in a direction that is away from this video that you're watching right now.
Oh yeah, this week's going great.
So good.
Pure
God,
gold.
This is what I get for 2 caffeinated beverages in a day. Oh God. I just invented a third dimension of the internet. Apparently the description, you can put things between videos.
It's like, normally those are ads, but okay, cool. I feel like
No, the visual I've got is like, so you've got like your video on the screen, but then like somehow behind that there's something, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. What is my brain? What are words?
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, if for some reason you want to financially support this nonsense, Patreon is the way to do that. You'll get access to our patron-only Discord, where we're always chatting about everything, always and forever.
Yes.
Early access to bonus content and bi-weekly the food posts, experimental Tuesdays. I'm losing it today. This is bad. Wow.
It's just all falling out your ears. It's not sticking.
Completely. This is terrible because I still have to do my dinosaur course for the week after this.
Oh, that's
not going to go
well.
I only get 3 attempts on the final quiz every 8 hours. So like if I screw it up 3 times, I don't pass. I'm sure I've forgotten something else about Patreon. What am I forgetting? Oh, the monthly e-knitting. That's what I'm forgetting. The next one of those is happening on August the 21st at noon Manitoba time.
It's not you. It's that I haven't had caffeine today.
And after the inconvenience of Google Meets last time, now having a 1 hour limit on free accounts, I think we're doing it on Zoom this coming month.
I think we're going to do it on Zoom this month.
Yeah, because I don't know why that didn't occur to us/me. It's mostly me. Much sooner because, you know, we have a paid Zoom account so we can do these recordings. I don't know why it didn't occur to me.
It didn't occur to me at all because you have always done all the setup stuff for it. So like I never even paid the slightest bit of attention to what was going on at Google Meets. So
yeah, we'll be on Zoom next time. I think that's it for Patreon.
That it?
Did I forget anything?
No, you're good. As always, we super understand not everybody can afford to do things. Budgets are a real life thing, and they're a real life thing we got to keep track of. As always, commenting down in the YouTube below, talking with us on other social media platforms where we can be found as Northern Knits Podcast, both on Instagram as well as Facebook, because we've got a Facebook group, are great ways to interact with us. It's a little more hit and miss than Discord, mostly because we get notifications for Discord because we both use Discord for other things, whereas neither one of us are huge social media people. So we check, but we're not very everyday about it for the most part.
We're not on the ball with it.
Yeah. I'm not sure I ever want to be on the ball when it comes to social media. That sounds exhausting. Sounds exhausting. But checking it once a day, yeah, I do that. That's doable. Doesn't cut into too much like living time. I'm okay with that.
You get to look at pretty pictures.
Mm-hmm. Which is, yeah, because it's like my sister can do more social media stuff than I can, but she doesn't find it as tiring as I do. So that makes sense. You do you and what works for your energy levels.
I like looking at pretty pictures. Do I interact with the pretty pictures like on my personal accounts? No, not at all. I do not interact with pretty pictures, but I like looking at them.
You're a professional lurker, sweetie.
Oh, I am. I lurk so good.
That's fine. I said it was my turn this week to hit the microphone. I wasn't lying. On the bright side, we have reached the enjoyable part of this one where I get to pass the buck back to Diana and go, hey, how's that store coming?
Oh, hey. Yeah. I was just watching a whole bunch of Critical Role, so I'm like, Laura Bailey here with your weekly update for the Critical Role shop. No, I am not any of those things. What's going on? What is going on? What is life? I don't understand. So, hey, we're working on a merch store. I think I said that last week on the live episode, and probably the week before that because the sample mug came in. So some more samples arrived this week, and I'm excited about them. Oh no!
Hence why we're talking about them right now. Is it a short arm or a too big boob problem?
Short arms. Short arms. Definitely short arms.
Because mine was the other.
Oh. Okay. I made a pullover sweater. Hey, look at that. I'm going to put it on because I'm really excited about it. And then I'm going to take it off right away.
Because you're going to melt.
First, yeah, because I will melt. But I want to...
Show up the back.
It says, don't forget to knit on the back. And then it's just got the nice little logo on the front.
For everybody who's listening and not watching, it is a nice white cotton crew-necked sweater.
I think it's actually polyester.
Is it a polyester?
I think it's polyester. Let me check.
I don't know which one you went with in the end. Or are you a cotton poly blend?
It might be that.
A lot of things are a cotton poly
blend. It is
blend.
A cotton poly blend. Look at that. But it's the kind that's like, it's like reasonably soft on the outside, and then it's like the fuzzy
inside.
Yeah, the fuzzy inside. Is that like terry cotton? I don't actually know. There's a word for the fabric that is smooth on the outside and fuzzy on the inside.
All I know is it's got our logo on the front in a boob pocket location, and it's got the hashtag don't forget to knit across the back.
Yeah. So yeah, and this is the medium that I'm wearing. I'm generally a medium-sized adult, so. And I think we've got sizes of these going up to 4XL and down to 1X small.
Nice. Good. That's a good size range. This has been your baby. It's been your pet project.
I'm really excited about it. Okay. And then here's I made this mostly because I wanted one. I don't actually expect anyone else to want one.
But
I wanted one.
And I
made the things that I wanted.
Mine needs a zipper because I don't wear pullovers. I need a hoodie.
Yeah.
So she's working on that for me.
Okay. Here's the one that everybody's actually. Whoa! Hey, there was a spider under there. Oh, okay, we're all good. It's all good. It was just a small spider. It was unexpected.
You're awake now.
I was awake before, but I was just like, I'm gonna pardon me while I cross both my legs. I'm just gonna sit cross-legged in this chair. And I'll deal with that spider later. Okay, but here's the thing that more people are actually excited about. There's a bag. It's a giant bag. Like you can fit like a blanket project and probably all your purse stuff in this bag. It is huge. It is so much bigger than I realized.
I'm so excited.
It is the size of my torso. This bag is huge. You can fit anything you want in this bag.
I need that bag.
And it says, don't forget to knit on the other side.
I need that bag.
And then the part that I'm really pleased about is there's a pocket on the inside, which has the teacup part of our banner on it.
Yep, I need that bag.
And
must own.
It's like a decent size for like little purse stuff. Yeah. So it doesn't get lost in this cavern. This cavern. Like it's cavernous. It's a finished object. I have to put it on my head.
I was waiting for that. No, your head is in it, not on it.
Yeah, my head is in it. Anyway, ow. Ugh.
My cat gets stuck when she gets out of bags too.
So we got these in the store. Pending a couple more sample arrivals, the store will be opening in probably the beginning of September.
Nice.
Hesitantly saying beginning of September.
That's fair.
No promises on that date.
Well, we gotta check the last of the samples so things could get kind of shifted sideways, but it's looking like we're good to go. So that's exciting.
There's going to be the things that I still need samples of before I feel comfortable releasing in the store is I need to test the t-shirt and make sure that the white t-shirt isn't completely see-through.
Good plan.
Yeah. And the face mask, make sure it's not like horribly uncomfortable because some of them are somehow.
Yeah, I don't, yeah, it's weird, but yeah.
There's something else. Anyway. Couple more samples and then we're all good. And then people can buy merch if that's a thing that you want to do to financially support the podcast as well. Mostly I wanted some branded merch, so I made the store so that I can get our own branded merch.
Sounds legit.
Mostly that's why it exists, because I wanted merch.
Sounds legit. Yeah, I think that's totally fair. Well, I'm excited. Also, where's my bag, my mug? Where's my merch, Diana? Where's my merch?
We'll see. I wanted to order it for myself first in case it sucked, and then I could fix it and give you the good stuff.
That's fair. I'm totally fine with the process. It is a big project you've been working on. It's a big project.
So I'm excited about it.
So I'm stoked. Be so good. So good. All right. In other news that we throw into Wool Gathering because we're not entirely sure where else to put things is the never-ending list of knit-alongs we are running.
Too many. We've got so many this year. I feel like we did like none last year and we're making up for it in spades.
Oh, it's entirely possible. We currently have running the hashtag NKP Spring Cleaning Cal. We extended it by a month because we could. It's our
so
we can do whatever we want.
Sweater and this mug. I'm just like, oh hey, just casually using all of my podcast merch. Okay, it's too hot. It's too hot. I have to get rid of it. I love it, but I have to not wear it right now because it's like 30 degrees.
Oh yeah. Only if when the store goes live, you do another Instagram reel, but it's you putting on all the merch to be like merch ridiculous.
I have ideas already, and I'm like, damn, I need the rest of the merch to do this.
Good. I want to see that reel. I'm excited
me too.
by that. I'm excited by that.
This on the floor. There's spiders on the floor. We just determined this. Put it on that chair over there where the spiders aren't.
Spiders climb.
I know.
Okay. Just checking. Make sure you know. There's a whole.
They don't usually climb onto chairs though. They generally stay in corners, and I'm generally quite happy to let them stay in the corners. That's a mohair fluff. That's not a spider. I know I'm generally quite happy to let them stay in the corners because they catch other bugs that I don't want anywhere else either. So they can stay in their corners. It's when they don't stay in their corners that I dislike them.
Fair enough. For the spring cleaning Cal, it is a 4 skein or larger project. If you've been working on something and you were worried about not making the deadline, don't worry, you've got more time. If you are I can do a sweater in a month kind of person, you have another month. Please help yourself. Do another sweater. We encourage it because there's some pretty project photos going on. When you post these photos, if you want us to see it so you can get entered for e-pattern prize draws, you have to use the hashtag NKP Spring Cleaning Cal, which is KAL. It does not matter if it is knit or crocheted. Both count. It's totally fine. Not a problem. But if you don't hashtag it, I can't find it. And let's be honest, I probably won't be doing prize drawing. That'll be the great and wonderful Asa, because I'll forget to do the prize drawing and she'll do it for me. She's a good woman that way. We know how I function. Don't wait on me. It's not a good idea, guys. In other news, we are a month and a bit into our summer sock along Cal. So this one is using the hashtag NKP Summer Sock Along. We are doing this in conjunction with Nikki Knits, who got a hold of us earlier this year to let us know that she was designing socks named after us. And we went, well, that's a Cal if we ever heard of one. So any sock pattern counts, whips count. And if you want to, you can knit the Diana or Jocelyn socks, and they are patterns out and available through Nikki Knits on Ravelry. And I believe, what's her webpage? Is she Etsy still? I don't remember.
She is also on Etsy. I think she's Nikki Knits on Etsy as well. I will
I know
put that in show notes.
she's got it linked on her Ravelry page, so like I just follow the links.
Good.
So we'll track down those links for everybody. So I'm going to do that. That is going to run till the end of September, and then we will do the same. But again, we've taken the prizing out of the black hole that is Jocelyn's time schedule, and then Nikki is offering some prizing of e-patterns for people. So the more socks you finish, the more entries you have. Adult size socks only, guys. We love baby socks. They look cute, but they're not as much work as adult socks. So adult socks, and yes, it must be a finished pair. Well, I know you don't have to wear matched pairs of socks. For the completion of a cowl, they must be a matched pair of socks. Matched-ish. My grayscales aren't going to be twinsies, but they're cousins. They match. So those are the rules for that one. And then just when you think we're done, we're not. Starting the 1st of September, we have begun to release information and data points for you guys so you can start planning projects for the fall accessories cal. So this one's going to start for the 1st of September. It's going to run for the 3 months. We're going to try to put a focus each month on a different winter accessory item. So mittens, hats, cowls, fingerless gloves, headbands, shawls, like whatever it is that you do for winter accessories. I want to start with a cowl, though I might start with mittens, depends on what my September looks like. We're not there yet, so I don't know. But I want to do it, and I'm excited. The only other big thing to keep in mind is it has to be color work, you guys. So intarsia, double knit, stranded color work, mosaic, those are all types of color work that absolutely count. So that is one of the things where we're like, okay, we need to put some sort of restrictions on this, or it's just going to be crazy for all, and we won't be able to make a decision on what we want to do. So we've done that. And I obviously don't have a hashtag yet for it because I haven't gone looking, because we haven't quite fully figured out all the super kind of fiddly details, which I inevitably put off till about now, the month before the cal starts, and then I make the decisions. Yeah. Because we are making the move away from Ravelry. They are Instagram and Facebook group draws, you guys. So you have to enter for prizing there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you were going to talk.
I think last week somebody had asked a question about brioche and whether that counted as color work. I don't remember where we came down on that.
I think if it's 2-color brioche, I'm willing to give it, even though technically no. I mean, like truly technically no, but if you're going to commit to like a brioche cowl, like that's a lot of knitting.
Mm-hmm.
That's more knitting than any color work, because you're knitting and purling each row twice. Yeah, so like I'm okay saying brioche is color work-esque enough that it counts. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Only if it's 2-color. If it's 1 color, then I mean you're not really gonna be able to see it. So.
Okay. So brioche counts. 2-color brioche counts.
2-color brioche, I think, would count. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Sounds good.
All right, I think that's just about all it is for Wool Gathering. A heads up for everybody who watches the check-in with me and Louise live at the start of next month, because Louise is gone for the weekend. We'll actually be doing the live check-in Wednesday, September the 1st. And because we have the cast-on parties for the color work-a-thon, like the winter accessories-a-thon, we're going to do that on the Friday at noon Manitoba time, because Diana has the day off.
Yes. I gotta write that down.
Things going on. Good idea, because that coming Sunday is the first Sunday of September, which means we'll be live. So it's Jocelyn doing 3 lives again in like 4 days. So much going on.
Okay.
Good news. I'm done Criminal Minds, which means I was reading books this week.
Hey.
Bad news is Diana didn't leave enough space in the notes for literature.
No, I really didn't. I was not expecting that many books. We've had some light book weeks, and I did not. We were like, Wool Gathering has 3 knit-alongs in it right now, so I needed a bunch of space for that, and did not leave enough space for literature. So it's just like squash and like up the side and up the other side, and there's no way I'm going to be able to read this. It's fine.
It is, listen, I lulled you into a false sense of security because I did a big TV rewatch and
You
I tend to
did.
fall down those rabbit holes quite hardcore. However, I've finished what I can watch legally of Criminal Minds being Canadian. So I moved back to books. And I started off by reading the first two books in the Amelia Peabody series by Elizabeth Peters. It is written in a it is Amelia's traveling journals, and she's a late Victorian woman of independent means who travels to Egypt because she loves history and is interested in learning about it. And it is all about her adventures in Egypt. So the
This just sounds so great.
it is that lighthearted, delightful romp that I need for the tail end of my very crazy busy summer. So because it's entirely from Amelia's perspective and we're late Victorian, she is very convinced of what she knows and what she doesn't know and how good she is and how other people need to work around their flaws and that she's very, very observant. And that people should be the way she thinks they should be. And oh my gosh, yes, yes, it is a lighthearted murder mystery Victorian adventure journaling romp, and it's good.
That
It's
sounds
it's
beautiful.
it's so good. I plowed
Oh,
through the first two books because they were just
okay. I'm adding that to my list because that
lighthearted
sounds
and gorgeous.
so fun.
So good. So good. And when things go sideways and she doesn't expect it, she's just what? She has a hard time admitting she's wrong. So she just it's a beautiful portrayal of first person narrative. And the author doesn't break first person narrative. She sticks to Amelia's point of view. And that's the point of view you get. So good. So good. Full of dramatic sighs. And it just, yes. Beautiful, beautiful amount of yes. The first one is The Crocodile in the Sandbox. Crocodile in the Sand.
Sandbank.
Sandbank, thank you. Sand was sort of it. The second one is The Curse of the Pharaohs, and I finished both. So then I got sidetracked, like I always do, because I had some books come up on the Libby, which is the library app that I use. And I had to start and read those because they have timelines and deadlines.
Mm-hmm.
You have to give those books back at some point. I started and finished Atomic Habits by James something.
I'll say like Howard or something, but I honestly do not know.
I don't
It's
remember.
been a
It's
good
called
couple of years since I read it.
the book is called Atomic Habits, and it is a self-help book, and it's a Jocelyn kind of self-help book. So there's no touchy-feely huggy, there's no visualize your best self. So it's just really practical, useful tips and tricks to make
There's no self-actualization. It's just this is how your brain works. So, try this.
this is, like if this is how it works and this is how we've proven it works, like this is a way to help improve your routines. And rather than, writing and self-positivity notes on a mirror, which I would never do because I would never see, here are some things you can do that when you set them up are automatic, so you don't think about them. You don't have to remember to do them, you just do them because you've programmed yourself to do them. I'm like, okay, well, I can get behind this. So I'm actually in the process of instituting some of those changes because I'm like, okay, let's do this. It made sense and it wasn't super hippy dippy tree huggy, so I'm on board. Let's give it a try. I'm also not terribly romantic. If you guys haven't figured it out yet, the practical boring beige streak is strong with me.
Oh dear.
I believe in laundry. I believe in doing dishes. I believe in
So there's a certain, systems and stability. There's a
yes.
certain pleasure in that.
Yeah, it's nice. I believe in having clean spaces. My spaces are not clean. It is driving me nuts.
Yep.
That's okay. Only for another few days, guys. Thank heavens. I just, when you thought I was done, you're like, Jocelyn, that's 3 books. That's good. No, because I finished Atomic Habits. I was like, okay, I got to start a new book. So I started listening to The Midnight Library by Matt. What did we decide on?
Haig.
Haig. It is a contemporary fiction literature. So for me, literature's hit and miss. If we want to do like 19th century Russian literature, like capital L, big literature, like Dostoevsky, The Idiot, Anna Karenina, like, yeah, I can read War and Peace. Sure, no problem. I've read those. Not an issue. But I do struggle sometimes with more contemporary esoteric fiction concepts. I find them dull. If it doesn't involve chasing a dragon, it's hard to keep my attention.
Fair.
So
Same.
it's just hit and miss. And for me, the Midnight Library was a miss. The wording was well done. The writing was well done. I just couldn't connect to the character. The format was fine. So I only listened to like 3 or 4 hours. I've already returned it to the library. So I'm like, I'm not going to finish this. I know I'm not going to go back to it. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the book. It just wasn't for me. So I have moved on, which meant I needed a book to listen to yesterday. And this is how we get to 5 books in a week. I started Trapped, which is book 5 in the Iron Druid series by Kevin Hearn. I'm doing that strictly on Audible because it's not available as an audiobook through my library. So that is my 1 credit a month spent and done, usually the same day the credit shows up for me. And I am almost finished it because they're not very big books. I am thoroughly enjoying the series. There's only 8 books in the primary series. There are the 0.5s, 0.4s, prequels that, I mean, I'll never read those. It's not the type of reading I get into. So I'm thoroughly enjoying Trapped. I'm excited to see where the book ends. I'm going to stress the next book till I'm able to get my hands on it. And that's how it goes. Maybe I'll treat myself to extra credits this month. We'll see. We'll see. But that's it. And all of a sudden we're at 5 books.
Okay, well,
Yes, Morale, we're at 5 books.
I see your 5 books, and no, I got 1 book. I just got 1 book.
That's fine. You don't consume media at the same level I do. Listen, I've consumed half of the season of Maid Sama over the last 2 days. Stare.
It's dangerous that I realized that Netflix has speed controls.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Well, I've been looking at Shadow and Bone, but if I start, I'm going to actually want to watch that all the way through. So I'm going to leave that till after I move. Because Maid Sama, I can watch an episode and walk away. But like Shadow and Bone, I won't move till it's finished. That would be bad. Good. There is not enough space under this computer desk for both of us. My cat's such a weirdo. However, you did get a book. That's good.
Yes, I needed a new audiobook, but none of the ones I have on hold at the library were up yet. So I'm like, okay, well, what do I have in my backlog of things there goes the yarn. Okay. What do I have in my backlog of Audible things that I bought with credits that, I just never got to. So, hey, The Martian. You read that recently. I watched the movie. I've never read the book. Let's do The Martian. It's really good. It's so enjoyable. It's like I went for a really long walk the other day and I just listened to it the whole time, and it's just good. It's so enjoyable. There's like science, there's emotion, there's adventure, dangerous things happen.
So good. It's an enjoyable book. It's
really is. The narrator's good.
It's Will Wheaton. He does sarcasm really well.
I don't think it is actually Will Wheaton for that one.
Is yours Will Wheaton? Not Will Wheaton?
Oh, are there different versions?
I don't know.
R.C. Bray is the narrator for this one. Yeah. I don't know. I got the only from Audible one with the movie book cover on it.
Oh, let me check.
Maybe you have a different version.
I thought it was, but I could be wrong on the narrator.
Anyway, he has a very similar style. It's that style.
Yes, it's a very dry, sarcastic style. Nope, mine is narrated by Will Wheaton.
Yeah.
But I don't have the movie cover.
Okay. I have a different version then. Anyway, still excellent. Yeah, so that's what I've been reading this week.
Good.
And watching lots of Critical Role. Of
course. You got to catch up because there's like
I'm almost caught up on Exandria Unlimited. I have 1 more hour of because it was only going to be 8 episodes, right?
Yes. And that was
this Thursday 7.
So
7
she's
was
7?
this last one.
Okay.
So there's one more episode this week.
Yeah. And then we'll be on to a new campaign.
So I will be all caught up on Exandria in about an hour after we finish here. I have 1 hour left. I would have been done, but I stopped watching so I could go do laundry and like be practical and like make myself vegetables for lunch.
Fair enough,
and, like,
fair enough.
Try to be an adult.
I don't think that's a bad
Otherwise,
reasoning.
I'd be done right now.
That's okay. I think you're gonna end up watching campaign 3 and campaign 2 overlapping till you get finished through campaign 2.
I know, I was so gung-ho about finishing campaign 2 before it finished, and then it finished, and then I'm like, oh, I've lost my will to like plow through it the way that I was.
You need to finish it because there's things
I do.
you need to gush
I absolutely
about.
do.
It needs to happen.
Oh yes.
Whatever, you're in the 120s now.
Yes.
It only goes to the 140s.
Yeah, the 141 I think was the wrap up.
I think so, yeah.
So I've got less than 20 episodes left.
You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in the you that believes in you.
Okay, well that's a me that doesn't exist then. You believe in a fictional version.
Why not? On the bright side, that means we're all done and we can wrap up this week's podcast.
Excellent, because I am somehow hungry again, even though I ate an entire cucumber salad to myself not 3 hours ago.
I believe it. I'm hungry and there's been cinnamon buns waiting for me since we started. So I'm going to go eat some carbs.
Man, you're really making me want cinnamon buns. I might have to make more monkey bread because that was really good.
Oh no, that's such a hardship.
I know, it's such a hardship. I might have to make brioche
really
dough with brown sugar and cinnamon and so much butter that as an extra bit to the experimental Tuesday I made that for, I also had to learn how to clean my oven because the butter spilled over. There was so much butter.
Experimental Tuesday, helping us clean Diana's oven.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Yep. I really want that now. No, wait, what am I talking about? We got a little coffee cake at the farmer's market. I'm gonna eat that. That's brown sugar and cinnamon. I'm gonna eat the coffee cake. Never mind.
Eat the coffee cake, you weirdo.
I'm gonna eat the coffee cake. I'm gonna eat the coffee cake.
I love you, but I'm gonna let you go now. So I'm gonna say until next week, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you, don't forget to knit. Weirdo.